Welcome to this episode of Neelyville News. I'm Hunter Robinson.
And I'm Jacob Jeffries. And here's Morgan Day with Global News.
Yeah.
Rescuers searched for dozens of people distraught by tropical cyclone Saroha in southeast Indonesia. At least 8,424 people were displaced, nearly 2,000 buildings were damaged, including a hospital, and more than 100 homes heavily impacted by the cyclone, which moved over the Indian Ocean and headed towards northern Australia. Some residents of one of the islands may have been washed away by mud and swept out into sea. The same island suffered a volcanic eruption last month, wiping out vegetation and allowing hardened lava to slide towards 300 houses when the cyclone struck. Search and Rescue Chief Donnie Minardo said that help was on the way for military and volunteers.
Now we have Natalie with national news.
Zoo Miami has officially announced the new addition of 2 baby giraffes to their family. The zoo announced the birth of the male calf on April 2nd and the female calf on April 5th. The 2 giraffes are the 54th and 55th giraffes born at the zoo. The zoo officials announced that the male calf was born to a 14-year-old female, Maya, and the female calf was born to a 6-year-old Zuri. The zoo officials announced the names have not been told yet, but the mothers are doing fine.
And next up, we have Madison Paris with State News.
A Dallas woman was just sentenced to 5 years in prison for an illegal butt injection on a nightclub dancer in Missouri. Natisha Deontay Lee, 49, was sentenced Thursday for involuntary manslaughter in the 2015 death of Daisha Phillips. Phillips was said to have died just 4 days after the injections.
Now you have sports with Dr. J.
Today we have Lane Crosswhite here from the Neelyville Baseball Boys. We're going to ask him a couple questions. So first, Lane, how is your season going so far?
Our season's going okay. I mean, I feel like we had a better season last season, but I'm still happy to be on the team and still play, so that's all that matters.
On to our next question. Do you think you have a good shot at OFCs or districts?
I think we have a great shot. Our team is very well-rounded if we all play together. As long as we have all our pitching together, I think we'll do great in districts.
And our final question, Lane. Who is your greatest inspiration in baseball?
I have 2. A player that's retired right now, it's Matt Holliday. And then right now, I'd definitely say Mike Trout, and both of them because of their hitting ability.
Thank you, Lane. And next up, we have Lexus Haygood from the Neelyville softball team. Lexus, we're going to ask you a couple questions. How is your season going so far?
It's going pretty good so far. I think we've done better than anyone expected us to. We still got a long way to go, but I think that we have a pretty good shot moving forward.
Next up, do you think you have a good shot at OFCs or districts?
I think we always have a shot. I think if we can get Peyton back on the mound and we can put everyone back to where they're used to defensively, I think there's always a shot.
And our final question, who's your greatest inspiration in softball?
My greatest inspiration is probably Sis Bates, who plays for the Washington Huskies in college D1, and just because of her overall amazing athletic ability.
Thank you, Lexus. And now we have weather with Morgan Day.
This weekend's temperatures are expected to reach 68 degrees. The following week's temperatures will reach 75 degrees with rain throughout the week.
And that concludes this episode of Neelyville News. I'm Hunter Robinson.
And I'm Jacob Jeffries. From all of our staff, thank you for watching.
And that concludes this episode of Neelyville News.
Look, has this been like print? So
Who's saying this episode?
you get it?
Figment.
Segment.
Pigment.
I'm a full snippy spine.
This is how you don't end up like knocking the whole thing over.
Remember when Miss
Butt
Junkie used to
pops
say that
up.
all the time?
What if I slid out the front and I'm like,
Okay, here's Hunter.
whole thing inside my soup.
Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Talking.